Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Tuesday, June 22nd. As we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. My hair is like this for a reason. If you watched SEN this morning and you didn't see my hair like this and you're like, why the fuck did she just put her hair in these bizarro little braids? It's because you guys know, if you follow my Instagram story or my Instagram, I have been doing these Roxy's 30 till 30, which means that I am posting pictures of me every single year, recreating a photo of my life from every year from 0 to 30 for my 30th birthday, which is on July 13th. And for the photo that I had to take for today's picture, which I had to do on 10-second timer, which makes it very difficult, I needed to put these bad boys in my hair. And then we were running out of time. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to do it live, doing the show just like this. I'll post that picture later. But so far, I got to tell you, I have had so much fun doing these 30 till 30s that it's, for lack of better words, and to sound like a little tool bag, it's been a hoot. It's been a fucking hoot. And I am so down for this ride. I cannot believe I am almost turning 30. That is something. That is something else. But I am. So this is the life that I'm living. For all you guys in here who have less than maybe 1% interest in me turning 30, maybe it's like couldn't even care less. Maybe you've never even heard of me and you just saw that I'm talking about the Suicide Squad. Don't worry, we'll get to it. Suicide Squad trailer. I was gonna say Suicide Squad 2 trailer, and I guess it is Suicide Squad 2 trailer, and also Suicide Squad trailer number 2. So the second trailer of the second movie in the Suicide Squad franchise, it dropped, and I have a lot of thoughts on it. As you guys know, I'm a DC queen. Fucking love DC and love Suicide Squad, and I hate to say it to you guys because I know I get a lot of heat for it, but I love the first Suicide Squad. So yeah, damn right, I'm going to like this one too. At least that's what I think. There's another trailer that did not perform as well as the Suicide Squad trailer did, and that's the Karen trailer. Do you think I'm making a weird 2021 joke? I'm not. There is a movie. It is called Karen. It has a trailer. I learned about it on SEN. I went and watched it afterwards, and oh, baby, I like it raw. Don't know why I started singing that. Probably because I said, oh, baby. That has nothing to do with the trailer. The trailer is fucking bizarro. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about it because what the fuck? I'm actually gearing up towards the thing I'm most excited to talk to you guys about. You would have thought it'd be the Suicide Squad trailer. And if not, you'd think it'd be Karen. And if not, you'd think it'd be Rachel Zegler being cast as Snow White, which is really exciting for her. And I love the Disney live action remakes and I love West Side Story. So very likely I'm going to love this girl. But none of this is the stuff that I am the most excited to talk about today on the show. The thing that has my biggest attention, and I know I hit you guys with a weird roller coaster show all the time. I know this is a very fucking, this random little braid is bizarre. And I know this is a very strange one to be this excited about, but I can't help it. When I read this, I was like, what happened? You're telling me that who did what and then who did what, who felt how and about what? T-Pain is speaking out about Usher's remarks towards T-Pain about autotune. And it was kind of a big story. And he makes some, I don't want to say accusations, but when I tell you guys the story, I think we're going to have a lot to discuss about it because I just don't know how, I don't really fully know what to make of the T-Pain story. And I got to get your guys' thoughts on it. So streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, super chat in, get in your questions, comments, concerns now about Suicide Squad trailer, the Karen trailer, Rachel Zegler being cast as Snow White, and T-Pain speaking out about Usher's remarks, or any other questions, comments, concerns, whatever the fuck's going on in your guys' life or things about my life, just let me know because I would love to hear from you guys. And then I'm probably going to wrap this show in about 40 minutes because I have to get to Grammy and Papo's because Grammy called me last night frantically. She wasn't actually frantic, but she was like, I need to get my hair done. You know, you guys know she loves getting her hair done. She was like, please, can you take me tomorrow? Please, can you take me tomorrow? And I was like, how the fuck do you say no to that? I was like, let me try to rearrange work because I had work all day. And so I am going to be blowing off 3 hours of what I have to do today to make sure that Grammy gets her hair did so that she feels good about herself. Because if I am ever blessed enough to be 93 and to be as fucking lively and perfect as she is, and I am lucky enough to have a family and a granddaughter, and I call my granddaughter and I ask her to take me to get my hair done, I pray to fucking God that she goes and does that for me. So you know what? Work can wait. Grammy cannot. And that is how I live my life. So we're going to go get our hair did. I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. It's been a couple of months now. It's time. And then in a couple more weeks, maybe a week, we'll go get our nails did again. Grammy and I are back on our bougie queen life. Grammy wants to be pampered, and I get it. You're in your 90s, you get whatever the fuck you want. As much as I can make that the truth for her, I will. So that's what's going on in the world of rocks today. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. I would love to see what's going on in your guys' world and what it is that you guys are talking about. So send in your questions, comments, concerns, thoughts. That's thoughts like the original thoughts, not like the new thoughts, which means hot people. Although you could send in your thoughts too. Your thoughts. I'd like to know. The first one coming in from the Zenist of Glennis, Zen Glenn Caesar, says, hello and good Tuesday, Roxy, and all your nicknames. Thanks. Great job hosting SEN Live today. Thanks for making another very fun episode. I loved it. Well wishes and thank you for hanging out and keeping us company. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, Grammy and Papo. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you. Thanks for saying that. I had a lot of fun hosting SEN today. Those guys were great. And it was a very fun episode, so thank you guys for making it work. Glenn also said, rest in peace, Chris Burke, and love to Avery Burke, #2 amazing rock stars. Let me pause you right there because I told you guys yesterday that Avery's mom got into a car accident or got hit as well. She tweeted at me yesterday and said, I'm in the hospital with my mom because she got in a bad car wreck today. And then I tweeted at her an hour ago saying, update us when you can, please. And she said back, she's in the ICU, brain damage, Roxy. I can't believe this is happening again. So Avery, if you're in here with us, I don't know how bad that is or to what extent the brain damage is, but girl, you're getting a bad fucking bout of shit right now. And sometimes that happens when it rains, it pours. We're here for you. We love you. And we are rooting for your mom and hope that everything's okay. Avery also, I noticed, tweeted a picture to me with her grandma. That was really sweet. And, you know, hold on to the family that you got, including here, the rock stars. And we're rooting for you every second of every day. So thank you, Glenn, for continuing to give that shout out. Glenn also says, let's go Smets and everyone else fighting, #Smash Cancer. On that note, things are going really well with Smets. So, you know, a lot of love to him, and the support that you guys in this community has brought him is so huge. And thank you guys for supporting me during this time of Smets as well. It's hard for everybody who loves him. Glenn also says, I stand against anti-Semitism. I stand against Islamophobia. I stand against Asian hate. Stop AAPI hate. I know that Black Lives Matter. #BLM. Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hinkinson, Jonathan Mattingly, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today is the day. Justice for all the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. #say their names. I guess, Glenn, that is the one thing that can make my hair appointment with Grammy a lot better if today was the day. So thank you for saying that, Glenn. And much love to all the rock stars out there who are struggling during this time, especially to our girl Avery right now. We're thinking of you, babe. April rain, April rain, April rain. Why do I go off sometimes? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. April Rain says, I don't know if you watch H3, but the Change My Mind guy had a panic attack live on air. LOL. Anyway, he said some major anti-Semitic things at a Jewish man, and it just made me think of the shit you probably deal with. It was so subtle and gross. Ugh, made my blood boil. No, that's the gaming convention, right? I think I only know what that is because I think I see Fife posting about it, and I did not see this about him going off at a Jewish man. But anti-Semitism is at a high right now, so I am not surprised by that, which sucks to say. Tell me what actually happened. I would love to hear. Not love to hear because I'm glad that it happened, but I would like to be able to talk on it, speak on it. So please let me know what actually happened. And anybody else with your questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Getting your support now as we break down some of the things that are going on in the news. Why is it news? Because right now it's movie news. What? That was smooth as shit. I made up a whole new word that y'all didn't know, Manus. Suicide Squad dropped a trailer number 2, and this trailer was super legit. I think what Suicide Squad is doing a great job of doing is giving us a little bit more. In the first trailer, we got a bunch of the characters because we had a lot of ground cover, and we got the tone. In this trailer, we kind of got more of the story, and that is something that I think a lot of people want to see, especially because a lot of people don't know. I know that we had a previous movie, but a lot of people don't fully know the Suicide Squad, and this will either be their first time seeing a Suicide Squad movie, or this will be definitely their first time living with a lot of these characters, a la Polka Dot Man, who, like, if you are not a diehard, who the fuck is Polka Dot Man? Peacemaker, these are characters that a lot of not DC fans have no idea who they are. So we got to try to get a sense of each one of them, and I feel like this trailer really did a great job breaking that down. I also think you can see James Gunn all over this, and I mean that in the best way. I think that he understands humor mixed in with irony, mixed in with sarcasm, mixed in with this bizarro fucking mission that they're on, and it's all just totally working for me. Idris Elba is obviously the anchor of this group of people. As Bloodsport, he is going to be, I think, the center, the nucleus of the team, and so we kind of see what it's like for Amanda Waller to get, I was going to say Viola Davis, it is Viola Davis, but it's Amanda Waller to get him on board. Imagine Viola Davis trying to get Idris Elba on board for something. They're like, I would watch that 10 out of 10 times. But I think that it's really cool that we got to see a little bit more of that. And we also got to see some more of some characters that we've already known and loved, like Harley Quinn. She always shines in these trailers, and I think that DC knows what they're doing with the marketing when they're like, okay, we have Harley, so we're going to use Harley, so let's get Harley as involved as possible in this. It was nice to see a little bit more of Pete Davidson as well, and David Dastmalchian as Polka Dot Man, as I mentioned. I think that's great. I like the bit with Weasel, Sean Gunn. I think that it's awesome that James Gunn wants to highlight Sean Gunn, and Sean Gunn's really funny, so that was a cool little bit as well. And we're learning that each one of these people is picked for a very specific reason to do a very specific thing, and they have very unique skills, and I think watching all of that come together is going to be a big highlight in this movie. I saw that a lot of people didn't like this trailer as much. I think that the first time that you're seeing footage from a movie, it's easier to blow people out of the water than the second time. But for me, yes, this worked. This totally worked. And nothing, Murderana says Cena's line was cringy as hell. It wasn't cringy to me. I thought it was fucking funny. The starfish with the asshole thing, that worked for me. But I don't know. I'm kind of cringy and a little bit corny. So those are things that work for me. I would love to hear from you guys. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Did you like this second trailer? What worked for you? What didn't work for you? Are you more excited to see this movie than ever before? Or did this just kind of solidify or maybe change the fact that you were excited to see this? Let me know in the super chat, in the Streamlabs. This movie is coming out really fucking soon. I didn't even realize. This is an August 6th release date. That shit is right around the corner. We are full-blown summer season right now, and the box office is booming. This is like everything that my DC heart could desire, that we will be seeing this. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see what the plot synopsis is on IMDb. The plot synopsis is written by Warner Brothers, says, supervillains Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, Peacemaker, and a collection of nutty cons at Belle Reve Prison join the super secret, super shady Task Force X as they are dropped off at the remote enemy-infused island of Corder Maltese. It's interesting that they specifically shout out Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, and Peacemaker. I was getting a sense that Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, and Peacemaker were the mains, but it is interesting to hear that kind of more solidified by them. Less about Boomerang, Nathan Fillion's character, we think is going to be probably in a relatively small amount of this. Less about Rick Flag. So I think we're kind of getting a sense of who is at the center of this. Questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Get in your support. Get it in now. Get it in loud. Get it in proud. and let me know what it is that you guys are thinking. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to talk a little bit about the Karen trailer. We can always come back to Suicide Squad if you guys have more thoughts, but moving over to the Karen trailer. Do I have to? It's my show, so I get to decide these things. I guess. Blech. Watching this trailer made me so uncomfortable. Who's seen it? By a show of bunnies in the chat. Send bunnies if you watched this trailer. It was so cringeworthy. So Karen is apparently a movie, and a lot of people are saying that it's like a Jordan Peele knockoff, but I don't even think that's fair to Jordan Peele because it was just so. I don't even know where to start because whatever I say, I feel like is going to be fucking offensive about this. And I'm a creator, and you guys know I don't like to rip things to shred, but do yourself a favor and go look up this Karen trailer. The premise of this movie is about a Karen, like you guys know, the very popular term that we use now, Karen, and a black couple moving into her neighborhood and her kind of like Karening them, but with all of the Karen tropes at once. You know, we see her call the cops at some point in the trailer, and we see her make racist remarks, but she could like claim are not racist. And we see, you know, it's just the whole thing is like, and Bruce Banner is a comedy. I think it's a horror movie. It seemed like a horror movie. It was so cringy. I don't even know. Taryn Manning is the one who plays Karen. If you guys know her from Orange is the New Black, she's a really, really talented actress. So I kind of feel bad about this, but oh God, just go check out the trailer. Go check out the trailer. It's Woof City, Woof City. Pausing on that, we will get back to it. So Streamlabs, in your thoughts. I do see that we are being joined. Did I make it up? I think that I saw that we were being joined by Avery. Yeah. Avery says, hi, Roxy, taking a break from my reality. I'm in so much pain right now. Love you guys. It fucking sucks, Avery. I know. Take a break from your reality. Come join us anytime you want. We're live every day. And we're here. And I'm really sorry that this is the kind of pain you're in right now. Karen looked like a parody, says Alexander Wilson. I don't think so. I think it's real. I think it's real. I'm going to be, as Avery asked, she wants to escape from her reality. So let's try to entertain the fuck out of her. Avery, this Karen trailer was bizarro, my girl. Check it out if you want. Andrew Thomas says, hey to the most beautiful and haughty Roxy. The Suicide Squad trailer looks really good. Karen movie looks really terrible, like a Lifetime movie. I think I heard that it was BET, but I'm not positive. Go check this shit out. It was trending on Twitter today for me, and I was like, oh. And then I didn't check it out. And then when we were on SEN, Winston and Ben Goddard and all of them were like, you need to go watch this. And I was like, okay, then I'll go watch it. And then it was like, ugh. Really bad. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy says lots of bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to Avery Burke to help carry her through these incredibly tough times. I know that life can suck sometimes, and we can often wonder why the fuck is this happening to me, but hopefully she knows that she has us in her corner. Absolutely. That's so important to us that she knows that, Glenn. And I hope she does. Avery, you let us know if you know. RJ and everyone who shows up to give their support whenever, however they can when it gets tough, even if you're by yourself, you're not alone. That's key. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. You're kind. You're smart. You're unique. Thank you, Glenn, for this. I appreciate you. Apollo3JP in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, well, it's lucky enough to see the movie already. It's great. Are you talking about Karen, Apollo? It's great. No spoilers. One of the wildest things. Suicide Squad. One of the wildest things Gunn has ever done, in my opinion. Also, what's up, girl? How you doing? I'm doing okay. Thanks, Apollo. Yeah, I hear that it's really good. I'm glad that you got to see it, and I'm glad that you think so too. April Rain. in the Streamlabs says, sorry to derail, but H3 is a podcast. Oh, my bad. They invited Sam. Oh, I did see somebody saying, did you see the thing about Sam Seder, who's a Jewish debate Steve, who is Jewish to debate Steve Crowder? Okay, somebody did say something about this to me. Steve says to Sam, I want to see if you have little velveteen rabbit button eyes, and if he has a soul. Well-known stereotypes of Ashkenazi Jews. Yeah, that's brutal. Jews being soulless is such a weird thing that was invented, because it's clearly invented that Jews don't have a soul is the way that they gassed and murdered us by convincing people that we had no soul. So, like, are you still stuck in the fucking 40s? What happened? Ugh. Alexander Wilson in the super chat said, I love the BET. I love that BET gives actors work, but man, some of their original projects leave a lot to be desired. Yeah. Woof City. Woof City. To everybody commenting on my braids, no, guys, as I started the show with this, I put this in today just so that I could take the picture of my childhood. I don't have full-blown braids. It's just these like two little pigtails. I love braiding my hair. I like to do pigtail braids and stuff, but these are just these two things so that I could recreate a photo from my childhood. I had a childhood photo where I have full-blown braids because I was in the Bahamas, but I don't know. At this point, I don't know if that's cultural appropriation or not. I didn't want to offend anybody. I also was going to recreate. I was really excited to do this, but then my friends all told me that it wasn't a good idea, so I didn't. When in third grade, they told us that they wanted us to come to school as our idol and to dress up as your idol. And like a lot of my friends dressed up as their mom and their dad, and they dressed up or like as a president or whatever. And I dressed up as Whoopi Goldberg because I fucking was obsessed with Whoopi Goldberg. I obviously didn't do blackface because I had parents that loved me and cared about me, but I still am dressed up as Whoopi Goldberg. Like I am holding a fake award because I loved that she was an EGOT winner. And I have on this like fur jacket and my hair is like this. I have two braids pinned back like this. And I wanted to recreate the picture because I was so obsessed with Whoopi as a kid. But my friends said that it wasn't a good look for me now to dress as Whoopi. So I didn't, but I was sad about it because like I get it. And if people don't think that that's an okay thing to do, I just want to be respectful of everybody. But at the same time, I wanted to share the photo and I didn't feel like I could because everybody told me not, but I just loved Whoopi and she was my idol at the time. So anyway, that's why I have these two little girl braids in my hair right now. Which take me about like 2 seconds to put in. I'm a pretty good braider, actually. Just in case y'all were wondering. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Getting any questions, comments, concerns on any of the things that we are talking about on today's show. Let's see what's going on in here. Glenn Caesar says, showing up for people who need it and want it makes you brilliant. Whoa, brilliant. Being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, makes you humane and worthy. Your story is important and deserves to be seen and heard. Thank you, my dear. Paul3JP in the Streamlabs says, on an unrelated note, caught Luca and kind of loved it a lot better than I thought it would be. Me too, Paul. I didn't think I was going to like it. I thought it was so good. That said, I didn't pick up on the gay subtext everyone's talking about. Really? I read it as a story about friendship. Also, when are we partying? LOL to the last part. A story about friendship. It definitely is, but I think that the whole lesson of the movie is about being who you are, regardless of how other people will feel. So I don't even think it's really subtext. I feel like it's pretty hitting you over the head, but in a good way. John Eugene in the Streamlabs, just for that support. Thank you, John. I really appreciate it. Any and all support right now. Much love to each and every one of you guys for being in here and showing up and giving me support, as we like to say, whenever, however. It's like my singing gets worse and worse, and I just can't. No, sometimes Sometimes I can really belt it to him, but sometimes I cannot. It's the fun catch it all. How's it gonna go? We never know. All right, going back into the super chat because it's super. Alexander Wilson says, "Who is 28 on the Pats?" Oh, this was interesting. A lot of you guys didn't know whose jersey was in, which makes sense. But I was in, and I still obviously have it to this day because that was the recreation. That's my Corey Dillon jersey. I love Corey Dillon, and I think my brother gave me that jersey when he had it, and I really wanted it or something. It's like one of my luckiest jerseys. I wore that jersey for so many Super Bowls. It is insane. So yeah, that's a Corey Dillon jersey. Thank you for asking. Thanks for giving a shit about me. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Getting your questions, comments, concerns, thoughts. Jake Yakoveta in the Streamlabs said, just watch the Karen trailer. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not wasting time watching that. Also, loving the 30 till 30, even though you kind of ruined it with the Pats jersey, I still clicked like that. Whoa, that's true support, Jake. That's love. You're still clicking like when I'm wearing a Patriots jersey, then I fucking dig you. My cousin John wrote on the comment and was like, love you, Rox, and I've liked every single one of these, but he's like a diehard Jets fan. And he was like, and I'm not fucking liking this one. It's like, I feel you, John. I feel you. I get it. Wow, Pink Sweet says, I saw no gay subtext either, to be honest. LOL. Really? Wow. Interesting. Alexander Wilson said, I thought it was Ty Law's jersey. I don't even remember sometimes what people's numbers were. But yeah, no, it's a Corey Dillon jersey. I have it. Now I'm looking around here like it's in here. It's in the other room. And the jersey that I had in all jerseys across the board growing up were Striar jerseys. And people never knew. They were like, whose number is that? And I'd be like, Striar. I loved that. My grandpa would get them for us when we were kids. Which thank God he wrote Striar, because he used to always spell my name Roxy wrong, and he would get me these personalized things, and they would be spelled Roxie, which sucked. Still very sweet though. The thought that counts. Thought. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, Bojack says, hi, Roxy. I love hearing your thoughts on things and wondered if you had any chance to see the article Macy Gray wrote on Market Watch for replacing the American flag with a new one. No, I didn't. That's interesting. What was Macy Gray's pitch? I didn't see this. I don't even know what Market Watch is. Is that bad? I'd love to give you my thoughts on it, Bojack. Maybe you can give me a little more information and I can try to formulate an opinion on it. Hopefully that would help. Yeah. All right. So, John Eugene in the super chat says, I assumed it was Curtis Martin, a little old school, I guess, LOL. A lot of fair assumptions by people. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Yeah. Nope. I just read that in the Streamlabs. I was just literally about to read what Bojack said again, because sometimes it's so nice, you got to read it twice. All right, let's move forward while you guys are sending in more Streamlabs for my questions or with questions for my comments, your concerns, your comments, whatever it is, advice. Rachel Zegler is now cast as Snow White. This makes a lot of sense to me. I didn't realize this until the publicist at Disney, like 2 months ago, sent out a slate for their 2021 releases. And at the bottom of their slate for Disney, it said West Side Story. And I was like, West Side Story is a fucking Disney property? Since when? And then I realized because of the Fox merger and whatnot. So West Side Story being a Disney property, West Side Story picking Rachel Zegler out of obscurity to play Maria across from Ansel Elgort, which I still don't know what's going on with him, but okay. They obviously liked her enough that she was going to be Maria. So that means she probably could sing, dance. They pulled her out of her high school theater. So she's probably very talented. Then they probably looked at how she was doing in West Side Story because it's their same studio. And they were like, oh shit, this is Snow White. Makes a lot of sense. I think that Snow White, despite her name being Snow White, super duper does not need to be white. So we know with Little Mermaid casting Halle Bailey and now with Snow White that Disney is kind of like, oh, getting with the times finally, in some ways. And so I think that this is probably a really great casting choice because she can probably sing really well. We know she can because we've seen those YouTube videos. She can dance and she probably can fucking act. So do I think that this is good casting based on knowing her from anything? No. But do I think that this is probably good casting based on thinking that Disney did their due diligence and thinks that she's the best person for the job? Yeah. So I was stoked on this. I also think it's interesting to kind of look at the other projects and properties that Disney is working on right now in terms of their live action remakes. Obviously, Disney has so many different folds, and if we were going to talk about all their stuff, including Star Wars and Marvel, would be here for a long time. But the main things that Disney seems to be working on right now is this, which is, I think Snow White is way overdue for, so I'm curious how they're going to do it, but way overdue for some live action stuff. Little Mermaid, as I just mentioned. Then we know Pinocchio, which is going to be with Tom Hanks, and Lilo and Stitch with John M. Chu as the director. So those are all things that Loki, I'm really excited for. Every time I say Loki now, I think about Loki. But these are all things that I am stoked about. And I know a lot of you guys don't love the Disney live actions, but I do. Despite hating Cruella, I usually think that these are so up my alley. So I'm stoked on this. I think this is great casting, and I can't wait to see what else we get from Disney with these live actions. How are you guys feeling? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Do you think that she is the right casting? Is there anybody else that you were hoping to see as Snow White? Or are there any of these movies that you are particularly excited about, including Little Mermaid, Pinocchio, Lilo and Stitch, and Snow White? Would love to hear from you guys. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar, and also in the super chat. As you guys are sending that in, it's time. Y'all know I said that I was fucking excited to talk about this, and I am fucking excited to talk about this. This is a weird one. Okay. We're talking about the T-Pain story. I'm going to give you guys a little bit to get into this because once I'm in it, I don't know how it's going to go. Thank you, Jake Yacovetta, my amazing mod, for putting in the Streamlabs. Before we do that, actually, shout out to you guys who are joining us live. Joseph Ashley, Jake Yacovetta, Bruce Banner, Thunder God Cairo, Andrew Thomas, Ryan Payne, Third Turd, Melissa Byrne, John Bainbridge, Zeno Hour, Jimmy Nails, Matt Link, John Eugene, Dark Jedi Knight, Bruce Banner, Alexander Wilson, Pink Sweets, Jake Yacovetta, Matt Link, all of the people, Motorola, Moses Blackthorn, Loudy Ferdinand. Then thank you guys all. Really appreciate French Taunter, Evan Hooker. By the way, Evan Hooker, I went back and listened to that theme song you wrote, and I think I need to switch my show to be opening with that. It's so fucking good. That's the truth. Efren Guzman, Mark Jason Ali, thank you so much for your support over on SEN and always for giving me support over here. You are the fucking shit, and I appreciate you. Pig Sweet just says, fuck Usher. Well, we'll get there. We will get there. Much love to every single one of you guys. John Perio and every person for joining in here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Whether you can or cannot Streamlabs in, I always try to give shout outs to you guys because I have a lot of love for you. And I know that it's very hard to support creators right now as it's hard to support ourselves. So I just want to make sure you all feel seen and heard. John Lestrina says, I'm ready for it, John. Let's take a moment to wish the Fast and the Furious a very special 20th birthday. No way. Is today it? June 22nd, 2001. Everyone can celebrate in a big way. Just 3 days. Tuna on white. No crust. John, with that reminder for the 20th birthday, it's a big one. Next year, Fast and the Furious is going to be legal to drink. You know what that means. Coronas for everybody. The right kind of Rona. Bo Jackson, the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, Macy believes that the current flag has replaced the Confederate flag and been co-opted by certain people, like the ones that stormed the Capitol. She thinks a new flag should be more inclusive and even created a design for how it could look. That's really interesting. I would love to see it. I don't know that they're going to do it, but I would definitely be open to it and would love to learn more. So that. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. If you have questions, comments, concerns on the Rachel Zegler casting, on the 2 trailers that we talked about, both Karen and let's see if she can think about it without looking at her phone. It's the title of the video today. What was the trailer I love? Suicide Squad. She's not tapped yet, guys. Then send in that support now. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Appreciate y'all. Okay. Here's what's going on with T-Pain and Usher. So I saw this trending on Twitter, as I see most things. And I actually love Usher's music. I love T-Pain's music. Usher is a fucking star. But as we've learned on this show, seemingly he's kind of an ass. And T-Pain seemingly kind of is not. So here's what came out. This was coming from Daily Mail. And they tweeted saying, T-Pain says Usher's remarks to him about wrecking the music industry with auto-tune led to 4 years of depression. So I read that and was like, wow, in what way? And then I read the article because I wanted to see if this is one of those articles that's kind of twisting his words, but it's really not. So this is what T-Pain said to, apparently he's speaking on the Netflix show, This Is Pop, which is coming out. And this is according to Entertainment Weekly, who said this. T-Pain says, Usher was my friend. I really respect Usher. And he said, I'm going to tell you something, man. You kind of fucked up music. T-Pain said he initially laughed off the remark until Usher stressed he was not joking. And then he was like, yeah, man, you really fucked up music for real singers. And I was like, what did I do? I came out and I used auto-tune. And he was like, yeah, you fucked it up. I'm like, but I used it. I didn't tell everybody else to start using it. And that is the very moment. I don't even think I realized this for a long, and I don't think I even realized this for a long time, but that's the very moment that started a 4-year depression for me. So that's an exact quote from him. T-Pain has been given shit for using autotune for a really long time. So T-Pain, this Daily Mail says that he notably used autotune in a number of hits, which all been previously in hits such as Cher's 1990. Notably used autotune in a number of songs, which had been previously used in hits such as Cher's 1998 hit Believe, and a remix of J-Lo's song If You Have My Love, which T-Pain said was the first time he heard it. T-Pain's among guests on the Netflix docuseries, which aimed at exploring major moments in pop. Other artists speaking, by the way, this is a cool list: Babyface, Brandi Carlile, Chuck D, Shania Twain, and members of ensembles such as Boyz II Men, Backstreet Boys, Blur, and Oasis. Well, sounds like a lot of guests. So I was interested to hear this because I'm kind of I'm of two minds on this one. And I need to tread lightly so that I don't fuck up here, as I always have to do, especially when it comes to mental health and depression. It's really important to make sure that we are speaking as, in my opinion, as possible. This is my opinion. It's one person's opinion. So on the one hand, Usher sounds like kind of a dick. To blame somebody for fucking up music because of how they make music is a weird thing to do. And I think Usher's wrong. I don't think T-Pain fucked up music. I think T-Pain was trying to make money and implemented something into his art and his business that helped him to make the art that he wanted to make, whether or not that's the art that Usher thinks is really art or not. So in that way, I think Usher's a dick and shouldn't have said that, and it doesn't make sense. On the other side of things, I find it really challenging that T-Pain essentially pins 4 years of depression on one person. That's in the same way that no one person is solely responsible for ruining music. I don't think no one person is responsible for somebody else's depression. And to put that on Usher seems a little unfair to me as well. As somebody who has been done dirty by many people, and those people have contributed to my darkness, I don't know that I could say that any one person caused 4 years of depression, no matter what they did to me, because that's taking it all out of your hands and saying that you have no, that it's not life, or you have no say in getting therapy and help and working on yourself and talking to other people. And that if one person telling you one thing causes 4 years of depression, I think it's very likely that you were not fully whole, because I don't know that any one person could tell me any one thing that would cause that I would deem cause that, because I've really done a lot of work for self-love and reflection. And as much as I like T-Pain, I think that this was I think that this was kind of that wasn't the nicest way to describe what happened. So I think Usher's a dick, and Usher said something dickish. And then I think T-Pain's not a dick, and depression fucking sucks. And sometimes it takes us a long time to know exactly why we feel the way that we feel, but it shouldn't be pinned on one person in one sentence, one time, if that makes sense. Although it is a lofty sentence. It is a lofty accusation. So those are some of my thoughts there. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. I could be way off the mark here, so you guys let me know what it is that you are thinking. All right, going into the Streamlabs, Ben Rayner says, "Hi, Roxy. I know you said you were behind on Legends of Tomorrow. I'm wondering if you were caught up. I watched last episode. I think Legends has become too much for me. It used to be my favorite. At least Superman and Lois is amazing. Superman and Lois is amazing. And no, I am still behind on Legends. I haven't seen a single episode this season. I don't know. I wasn't hearing the best things about it. And so I never felt enticed to go and start watching over there. But maybe I should. But maybe apparently I shouldn't." Bojax in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, "Here's a link for where you can see the article and design of the flag." Oh, Bojax, thank you so much for sending that in. And thank you for caring enough about this to stick with the story. I appreciate you. I would like to see this design. It was an op-ed from Macy Gray for Juneteenth. America needs a new flag that all of us can honor, is what was said. Oh, so it feels like, based on this image, which I will show you guys, it does feel like, I don't know any flag that looks like this, where like the intricacies of the flag are very like you couldn't draw it by hand. I'll show you guys what is here based off of the link that I just got. Hopefully I can upload this as an image. Yep. So this is the link that was just sent to me from Bojax. This is coming from Market Watch from Macy Gray. And this is what it looks like. So what Market Watch says is that this flag on the stripes, the Smithsonian so what if the stripes were off-white? And what if there were 52 stars to include DC and Puerto Rico? What if the stars were the stars of all of us, like different colors or skin tone in mine, like the melanin scale? The blue square represents vigilance and perseverance. The red stripes stand for valor. America is all of those things. So what if those elements on the flag remained? What if the flag looked like this? And then that's what's put there. So I think that this is, flags are usually pretty simple. This is a really cool design, and I like it a lot. It's like a piece of art. Maybe that is the direction that flags go in. What do you guys think? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. How do you feel about that flag design? Does that make sense to you? In the Streamlabs, Apollo3JP says, "Usher may be a dick, but he's not wrong. It's all about how you broach the information. That said, T-Pain kind of did ruin music for a little while. He made so much money off autotune that anyone with a computer program became a singer." Yeah, but in the same way that anybody with YouTube became a host, that's the way of the future. T-Pain didn't ruin music, technology. If you think it ruined music, it's the technology. But also, I don't think it ruined anything. It gave opportunity to people. And while that's not the music that I necessarily prefer, I don't think it ruined music. I don't prefer it, but it is a thing. And anytime anybody ruins music, people sound so fucking old when they say that. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, cheers to finding fuck yeah news that brings us smiles and laughter, joy, and maybe bliss in each of our days, our weeks, our months, and even our years. May we all get to be in our own sun, walk in it as much as possible, whenever, wherever we can, and fully, leaving the suspense, and fully lose ourselves in the singing to and dancing to, making the sounds, good vibes of our own music, aka our own one-of-a-kind song of life, as we are in the beyond bliss of just being flowers of love and light, painting new colors in our mosaic of life. Really beautiful. It was really beautiful, Glenn. Paul3JP in the Streamlabs says, it's like what YouTube did for film and filmmakers. I just said that. The entertainment industry is adapting, but the moment that word content was invented, that set us back. I don't think it set us back. It opened doors for a lot of fucking people. It made it so that a Scorsese movie is lumped in with the dork that fills with his tub with Pepto-Bismol. That's such an old school mentality of looking at it. It also made it so that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia people could use their phones to film a pilot that ended up getting picked up and sold. So for where every bad story, there's a good story. Mark Jason Ali in the Streamlabs with that huge support. Yes, Mark, I fucking needed that. Mark Jason Ali, yes, with the bat. Everybody on his back today on SEN and here. He says, hi, Rox. Thanks for the shout out. Always super down to support. Haven't seen the Suicide Squad trailer yet. Oh, go watch it. It's really good. I'll watch it after your show. Usher's a dick. I'm not sure T-Pain is any better. Don't know him. I mean, I don't know T-Pain either. Just talking about years of hearing him in like the news. But maybe he's a dick too. I really don't know either of them. Also, Mark Jason Ali says, rest in peace, Chris Burke. And much love, Avery. Stay strong, Avery. Absolutely. Avery, hopefully we've taken your mind off things a little bit here on this show. But we are here and we are thinking about you and loving you every second and every step of the way. Damn, she said old again. LOL. So Bruce Banner. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm not saying that you're old. I'm saying it's like old mentality. You know, it's just not like stay up with the times. That's the important stuff. All right, we are getting out of here so I can bring Grammy to go get her hair did. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider with any last minute things, questions, comments, concerns. I'll be live tomorrow for World Girl Wednesday. I'll be live for Live the Roxy also. But for World Girl Wednesday tomorrow, we are giving Pride a whirl. We got some really fun things that we are doing that we're excited about. And we'll all be together for that one. So tune in at 6. And then also Thursday, Live at the Roxy. Friday, Only Stupid Answers and Live at the Roxy. Lots of good stuff coming down the pipeline. Appreciate you guys for supporting me here every single day. I think another Streamlabs. Keep rolling. When I go off. Paul3JP says, touche, very good point. Technology allowed a wider barrier of entry, but in doing so, it diluted the art. I completely agree with that. Just my opinion. I'm 33. What do you expect? Old as shit. I'm just kidding, Apollo. I agree. For every better, there's a worse. There are people then who are allowed to create and make things, and we are allowed to see them in a way that, like, you know, you didn't need to be a Kevin Smith where you had to max out your credit cards in order to make any kind of proof of concept. But then also some art is crap. And those people have a platform now too. All right. Much love to all my friends. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down your toilet seat and lid. Make your bed. Don't trend with the Holocaust. That's really fucking essential as we keep learning every single day on this show. Brett Miles, Jonathan, the rest of the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Justice for all the people who have lost their lives due to excessive force. Check the internet, blow on it. Where the fuck is Rob Fishback? I'm so confused what happened with him. And rest in peace to Chris Burke. Avery, we're thinking about you. We love you. Glenn Caesar said, low key tonight, people. Yeah, excited about that. We'll definitely be talking about that on the show tomorrow, so check that out. Much love. Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you guys tomorrow live at the Roxy.